Hi everyone, I am Devi Visalakshi from CSE Department, Rohini College of Engineering and Technology, CS 3452, Theory of Computation. Unit 1, Automata and Regular Expression. Topic is Finite Automata. Objectives. The main objective of the slides are to understand the concept finite automata, to analyze the types of finite automata problems. Finite automata. First we are going to see about what is finite automata. Finite automata are used to recognize patterns. Finite automata have two states, accept state and reject state. When the input string is processed successfully and the automata reached its final state, then it will accept. Formal definition of finite automata. A finite automata is a collection of 5 tuples q, sigma, dou, q naught and f, where q is a finite set of states which is not empty. Sigma is input alphabet, indicates input set. Q naught is an initial state and Q0 is in Q, that is Q0 F belongs to Q. F is a set of final states. Dou is a transition function or a mapping function. Using this function, the next state can be determined. Finite automata model. The finite automata can be represented using input tape finite control. So this is a diagram for this one. So input tape, it is a linear tape having some number of cells. Each input symbol is placed in each cell. Finite control. The finite control decides the next state on receiving particular input from input tape. The tape reader reads the cells one by one from left to right, and at a time only one input symbol is read. Types of automata. Two types of finite automata are there. First one is the deterministic finite automata and non-deterministic finite automata. Some important points about deterministic finite automata and non-deterministic finite automata. Every DFA is NFA, but NFA is not DFA. There can be multiple final states in both NFA and DFA. DFA is used in lexical analysis in compiler. NFA is more of a theoretical concept. Transition diagram. A transition diagram or state transition diagram is a directed graph which can be constructed as follows. There is a node for each state in Q which represented the circle. There is a directed edge from node Q to node P labeled a if dou Q comma A is equal to P. In the start state, there is an arrow with no source. Accepting states or final states are indicating by a double circle. So here these are the notation which we are going to use inside this transition diagram. So first we are going to see that start symbol, how it will be, means it will be circle shape. Within that some symbol, some letters will be there. Example, DFA with sigma is equal to 0, 1 accepts all strings starting with 1. Solution. So this is a diagram for this question. So first we see how we have to draw. So here how many states are we have drawn means Q0, Q1 as well as Q2. Here 3 states we are drawing. So the initial state is the Q0 and final state is Q1. So here the inputs are 1 as well as 0. So when 1 is given to the Q0 means it will move on to the Q1. And then if you are giving Q0 to 0 means it will move on to the Q2. And Q1 is the final state. Transition table. A transition table is represented by the following things. Columns correspond to input symbols, rows correspond to states, entries correspond to the next state. The start state is denoted by an arrow with no source. The accept state is denoted by a star. Example. So here 3 states are there, Q0, Q1, Q2 is there, and then 0 as well as 1 are the input. So based on this transition diagram, we have to draw the transition table. So here how many tables we have to draw means present state, next state for input 0, next state for input 1. So first we are going to see the present state Q0, Q1, Q2. So that's one we have to indicate here. And the next, if you are giving input to the Q0 means it will move on to the Q1. And then if you are giving Q0 to 1 means it will move on to the Q2. The same way, if you are giving 1 to the Q1 means it will move on to the Q0, and then if you are 1 to the Q1 means it move on to the Q2. And finally Q2, if you are giving 0 to the Q2 means it will go to the Q2, as well as if you are giving 1 to the Q2 means it will also read same in the Q2 state only.